Hi, Jacqueline. This is for assignment number 4. Um, if you see my hand moving or my cat's in my bed and she likes to rub against my computer and likes to be all up in my computer's business. And purr and meow. So I'm just kind of petting her to keep her calm when I record this video. So yeah, let's make it quick and simple. So question 1, I think I definitely integrated Trudy Cardinal's her ideas of stories and identity and joy. This unit really works with identity. The book that I've chosen for my units, Pale Plays the Fiddle, I have brought into my classroom before. My students really loved it because it hits a lot of I think in particular a lot of a classroom that is full of indigenous students, because it talks about the fiddle, it talks about community, it talks about hard work, it talks about dancing and family. And a lot of times, my students right away were making those connections to powwow and to them, and I was like, yeah, that's a great connection. To me, a fiddle and dancing is jigging, but for you, that's powwow and that's dancing powwow. That's a great connection. They got it so quickly. And then in this lesson, these units, I would hope it brings them joy, because in all of these units, they're having peer discussions, they're bouncing ideas off each other, they're doing stuff in small groups with other teachers, and other staff in the classroom. So I think it's such a fun way to really get students to get excited about listening to stories and reading stories. Um, for me, I'm gonna move over to the second question. For me, I felt like the whole part was challenging, I would say. I just kind of struggled with getting my ideas flowing, and I kept feeling like I was making mistakes the whole time, and I switched my indicator 3 or 4 different times. I wrote lessons for practically ideas for every single one of these units in grade 4, in the grade 4 area, grade 1 area, holy. Um and it definitely just I just trying to get those thoughts there until I finally kind of felt good with this one. And there is definitely some intentions behind my stuff. I definitely think sometimes grade 1s are a lot better orally kind of getting their brain going than writing things down. So that's why I have a lot of peer discussions where they turn and talk to a friend and they bounce ideas off each other and they brainstorm together. I think that's a really intentional part of my stuff I put in here. And then I'm going to quickly go through the final one, question 3. And if I was going to be honest, I don't think this would do well in my classroom that I'm in right now, my placement. This had to be almost at the end of the year. My students are not at a grade 1 level. A lot of them are still learning letter sounds and doing phonics every day. They do phonics about 30 minutes every day, and we're seeing those improvements even just once a week being in classroom. I'm seeing those improvements. So I think those student needs, a lot of my students are nonverbal, have different diagnoses, thinking they have certain things. So it would definitely be a struggle because a lot of them aren't academically where they need to be, and we just, as staff in the classroom, we just make it work. So this would have to readjust a lot of things. There wouldn't be any independent reading, that kind of things with them. And yeah, I would definitely have to switch a lot of this stuff to support my students, but I think it would work. My students, I think, because I've done something somewhat similar in the past, it's not similar at all. I was just a quick, nothing like how we did here where they got to present and all that stuff and really got time to think about it. This was just kind of a, hey, I really like this book and I want to keep bringing it into the classroom. So I think if I re-brought this book into the classroom and kind of redid it in this kind of way, I think my students would really thrive doing these. If we took out some of the more academic elements of the units and the lessons and more planned, because my students are in a play-based program, so a lot of things revolve around play, and they really enjoy that. So I'd have to find a way to incorporate this lesson into joining into play. So, but like this like assignment is uh my hopes and dreams for my students of like one day I wish I could do this with them, and then also being slightly realistic of some of the stuff I would want them to do. So yeah, that's my video. I had a great semester. Thank you so much. Sorry for my cat.